Welcome to Countryside Knitting. My name is Merete and we are two who run this channel together, and Janne is the other one. We make episodes in Norwegian and in English. The last two episodes were in Norwegian, and we are going to make one kind of English version of those two. So first you will meet me, and then it's Janne, and she has a lot of crochet and seaming in addition to what I have. I have mostly knitting. Welcome to our corner of YouTube. We come to you from Norway, from the coast, and today it's the last day of Easter, and the weather has been very nice, and so the spring is finally here, and I have been outside. I feel a little bit kind of blushed in the sun, and I've been out in the wind down with by the ocean, and I have even put my feet in the cold water. No bathing, only just my feet to feel a little bit fresh. But now I'm going to show you what I have done. If you are new to the channel, you will see that we are kind of experienced knitters. We have knitted since we were kids, but we knit simple things and more complicated things, and I think I have a little bit of everything in this episode. Some traditional and some more modern. One thing that I really like to knit is shawls, and you will see some of them here, and especially from one designer. So in this channel there is a lot of the same things when it comes to me. I think Janne is the one who has a more variety of things. I don't do my own designs, I knit other people's designs then. That's one thing I do different from Janne. I don't think you can see what I have in front of me, but it's a lot of colors and a lot of things that makes me happy. Because in these times I have had a very busy spring, it's really good to have something in my hands that I can see, that grows, that becomes something I can wear. Because I'm a teacher, I work with my brain mostly. And I don't always see so much results on my work, maybe in the long run. But so I really appreciate to have this knitting in my lap. I have been rather good the last weeks, and especially now this Easter I have finished up some things, because I am, as maybe all of us are, I am better when it comes to starting to casting on something than to finish. And the things that I have made are, I think I'll take the shawls first, because they were almost finished, I think, when I had the last episode. And I have made one shawl that I just have to put in a picture of because I forgot it. Because my shawls, I use them, they are everywhere. And one of the finished object is not with me here today. But I have made a lot of Sofia Kammerborn's designs. If you haven't seen the podcast Kammerbornia, you should really go to the channel and look her up. It's amazing. And I like the way she talks about what she makes, and also other themes about life and the seasons, and she has a lot of nice photos and a lot of nice designs. And I test knit for her. I have done so for 1 year. And we also have a knit along. So if you want to join me in my knit along, Sofia Kammerborn has a lot of nice patterns you can find on Ravelry. And I have a Facebook group. What I meant to say was I have a Ravelry group for that knit along. And I link to it. So if you look down under here, you will see where to go. Shimning shawl, I think that's one of my maybe number 1 and number 2 favorites. So this is a shimning shawl I have made from leftover yarns, small balls of yarn from socks and other shawls. Some of them are hand dyed, but mostly I think they are from socks. This yarn is really thin, so even though this is a triangular shaped shawl, it is not so, it's not so heavy. I wear them like this. They are made in leftover yarns, not only from one mill, but several. But in the garter rows, I have used Arvetta Classic from Filcolana, and I think the way these colors play together are I really like it. And I think it's very cute with this lace, and this is made also in Arvetta Classic. That's merino yarn. So I made this. The first shawl I made by using leftover yarns was this in Finull. I think maybe I've shown it earlier, but I have it here, so I'll show it to you. This is the same pattern, just completely other colors and more contrast color in the lace part. Now this is so fun. I mean, I have just small balls of yarn, and I knit the smallest first, and then I put in the others, and it's so exciting to see what it will look like. Shimning shawl can be made in strong colors or delicate colors. I have some others. I thought maybe I can show them also now to you. When I was out down by the ocean, I had this one, only 2 colors, and then white for the lace. This is also a merino, but it's hand dyed. And I made it in lamb's wool from Rauma and a hand dyed lamb's wool from Ulltøsene, I think. This is also shimning shawl. This is more delicate in the colors and with a strong contrast. I really enjoy these shimning shawls because I can play with different kind of effects. Now here in this shawl I had a very boring, in a way, lamb's wool for the garter, and then I had it hand dyed in the stockinette parts. This is quite big, but it's lamb's wool, so it is not heavy. And I think they are so pretty. I can, of course, this one I don't think I have used, but I can have it as a kind of a decoration. So that was shimning shawl. When I am talking about Sofia's designs, I would like to show you something else that I had lying around. Because we have this knit along, I thought I could show you some other things I have made from her designs. And these, I gave them to my husband. These mittens are called Between the Lines. They are a little bit big for me, they are perfect for my husband. It's finull, 100% Norwegian wool mitten. And you can also play a lot with colors, of course, with this easy and simple pattern. Some other thing I had out here, now it's so nice outside, I don't need a hat, or maybe I should have a hat when I was down by the sea because the wind was a little bit cold, but this is her Advent Mystery knit-along hat made in PT2. It's the same as finull. Traditional, and I made a little bit, I made some mistake up in the crown, but it got rather well, pretty, even though it is not really, well, it was meant to be a star. So these are, I think they are kind of unisex colors. I mean, everyone can have green and burgundy and grey. We are a big family, so, and we have almost the same size on our heads. Maybe not exactly on our hands, but something else that I have made is a mini mitten. So I have made soft snow mini mitten, these two. They are really nice, and you can have them hanging in, I forgot the word, decoration, not for use. Something else that I have finished, that I am very happy to be finished with because I'm going to give it away. That is a blanket that is crocheted, and this is granny squares, really simple granny squares made from yarn that I have had for some time, not exactly leftover, more like single skeins. I'm going to give it away, and I asked before I started what kind of colors they would like to have. It's for a girl who is soon to be 2 years old, and I wanted to have light colors, not strong, so this is what I made. I chose green, the pistache green color, to be round every square, and I think this gave it a very delicate look. And some of these yarns are scrap yarns. I usually use scrap yarns for the first round, and then I use other that I have more of when it comes to the other rounds. I know that crochet is more than granny squares, but I like granny squares because I can do them without thinking. I like to sometimes do something without thinking. And when I had finished, I started working on some more. I just couldn't stop. I had some hand-dyed yarn from Fjord Fibers, so I made some. I don't think I have shown them already, maybe. And to crochet with hand-dyed yarns, that is very fun because the color changes. Some of these changes and some of them are more the same all over. I don't know what color I will have as the last round, but I have just made them for fun. I do that. Sometimes I make some, put them away, and then find them again and continue with something. Another thing that I have finished that I did not have finished when we made Norwegian version is a pair of mittens, and these are Janne's design, and you will meet Janne rather soon. These are called bakrosevott because there's a pattern that is shown when I do like this. It's a small size, women's size, and my hands are a little bit bigger than small. But when I soak them in water and dry them, they are almost dry now. They are more suitable for me, except for the thumb. It's a little bit short or a little bit high up. But still, they are very cute, and look at all the details. And this is what they look like on the inside. And So I don't know exactly what to do with them, to keep them or to give them away, or I don't know. And this is PT2 and Rauma. Very nice, but you have to keep an eye in the chart every round, because you cannot guess what will come. So it needed some concentration. That is why they took me a couple of months. Yes, and another thing that I have finished is a wonderful cardigan that I started in January. I knitted like a maniac, I think, and then suddenly when we didn't have any home school anymore, and my COVID was, well, everything was so busy, I just put it away, but now I have finished. And this is Saga by Wenche Roald from Järbo. Stranded knitting all over. And some of these rounds are with 3 colors, and that's where I just got stuck. But I finished, and I'm really pleased with it. I have used it quite much already. And this is Ask by Hillesvåg. And I really like the crochet. It is called crepesmasker. I'm not sure what they are called in English, but they are really nice. You have them here and here. So this is going to be one of my cardigans from now on to use a lot. I also have a cardigan that is called Kanalkofta. This is from Kofteboken, number 2, I think. No, number 3, I think. It is made in Telespinn, Symre, that's a mohair yarn from a small producer in Telemark, where I come from. And I dyed this light pink. I wanted to make it a little bit darker, but this is what it ended being, and together with some from the mill. I haven't used it a lot. I'm not sure exactly why. I just need to kind of wear it to get it to feel like comfortable. Sometimes I have to have a little bit of time to make them feel good. Something else that I have on my needles, that is a shawl. I have made a little bit more, but now I'm looking for the yarn, because this was put away before Christmas, and when I tidy for Christmas, I don't know where I put the yarn, so I have to look into all my boxes, or at least some of them. This is going to be a very long and not so deep shawl. This is, and you can see there are different panels of lace and some garter, and yeah. This is going to be very nice. I have knit one already. It is called Linnea shawl, and it is a Norwegian pattern from Gro Tveitstø. The yarn is fantastic. It's Sevak, a Danish producer, and it's called Tibek, and it's yak merino. That's what makes me need some time, because it's very soft. It's a little bit hard on my hands. I think my favorite is to knit with wool. This is a project bag that Janne made for me from my a cardigan that I didn't finish. This was the way it was supposed to be. What I really like to do is to knit with 100% wool, and right now I have started something because I had finished something. I wanted to reward myself by making a very easy project. So I'm going to knit from Hillesvåg this, but as a cardigan, Nika sweater. I made a cardigan in this color in Christmas, and I had a lot of the contrast colors left. So now I have bought more of this, and I'm going to use the leftovers for the pattern when it comes. Yeah, where there are more than one color. And I added the green at the bottom. Really simple, fantastic, and this is pelt wool, and it has such a nice, it is kind of coarse but soft, if you understand. You should have been able to reach out and touch it. It is Varde from Hillesvåg, and it's rather thick pelt wool. I knit with 4, I think the pattern says 4.5 and 5, just I have a loose gauge. And I want to make it into a cardigan because I use cardigans more than sweaters. So I just add 5 stitches in the middle. So I'm going to stick in here. That is not very difficult. Something else, I have plans. I always have plans, and I don't often show them to you because I don't. I may just change my mind and do something else, but something I'm going to make is a cardigan from Petite Knit. Is it Novice cardigan? Really simple with these two held together. I will wait a little bit more with the casting on because I need to bind off something. This is Setoso, Mondial and Tilia from Filcolana. And I think they will be very nice together. So that's something I'm going to make. This is something that Janne has redesigned from old to have on the wall, or this can even be like pillows with this technique. Old. I have also dyed some yarn, and I'm going to dye some yarn maybe already today or this evening. But something I have dyed is a grey Järbo, 2 threads, a Swedish wool, and you can see the grey color shines through. This is, I think, what I had when I had made this. First I made this. This is villull. It would be wild sheep. I don't think they're called. We have a sheep called short tail breed, and this is something similar. This is from a local farm not very far away from me, from Brit. She has a channel in Norwegian. I think maybe 1 episode in English, and she has had Selbu mill to make yarn from her sheep. So I bought this, and this is a grey base. This is a light base, almost not like completely white, but rather light, the same color. First I put this into the color, then this, and I think this is what was left, if I remember correctly. I have also dyed some, I'm not sure actually, this has been for so a long time lying here, and I put it into my pot, and I think it's it may be wool. I also have some merino, and merino is so soft it didn't even stay. And this is what it may look like when you have dyed it and stirred a little bit too much. And to make these into balls of yarn can be, if you have tried it, if you make one mistake with how the direction of the yarn, it's completely mess. So I don't really look forward to to make this into a ball. I'll take a little bit at a time. What I have here is 1 kilo Ask Grey. It's a 2-ply Norwegian wool, and I'm going to dye it, and it is so much fun. And I will try to make them not so very strong colored, because I always make strong colors like this. I would like to have some of them more like this, and with more than one color. I'm trying my best. I'm not that much experienced in yarn dyeing. I have something here I could show you. When I buy clothes, I buy a lot from Gudrun Sjödén. That is a Swedish design. They have a couple of shops in Oslo, and this is the latest catalog, and I love their style. And sometimes I use these photos for inspiration when it comes to colors. You can see if I can show you. That was really vibrant. She has so many nice color combinations. Not all of them are as vibrant as this, but it's lovely. And to have, if you find some source of inspiration that really hits you, you can have a lot of good ideas from that. So I never throw her catalogs, and I have a lot of them. I'm also reading a book. I am reading Mesopotamia by Serhiy Zadam. That is a Ukrainian author. We are going to discuss this book in my reading group, and I have to hurry up because it's just in a couple of days, and I have just recently started to read. Well, I think this was enough from me today. I hope you will enjoy the knit along. It started in February, or was it March? But what I know is that it runs all the way to the 13th of September. And you can knit whatever you want from Sofia Kammerborn's designs, and you find her designs on Ravelry. And I have the links in the text box below. I hope that you will comment below, and that you like our channel and subscribe and hit the button for liking and all the things that you usually say. It's really nice to read your comments.